Right, in this video we're going to look at multiplying indices. The first thing we need to recap is what an indice looks like. So an indice could be a to some power, let's say 7. So that is your indice. The whole thing we regard as the indice. And the 7 is what we refer to as a power. So when we're multiplying indices, we could have an example like a to the power of 3 multiplied by a to the power of 2. So a cubed multiplied by a squared. A cubed means that we're doing a multiplied by itself 3 times. And then that's being multiplied by a multiplied by itself 2 times. So altogether here we've got a multiplied by itself 5 times. So our answer is a to the power of 5. But we don't be writing this out the whole time, because if we've got big numbers such as the 7, would want to be writing out a 7 times or 10 times or whatever it may be. So how could I get a to the power of 5 just from these two powers? Well, all I need to do is add the powers together, and that will give me my answer every time. So for example, if I've got really big powers, let's go with a different variable this time. C to the power of 17 multiplied by c to the power of 13, then my answer is just c to the power of 17 plus the 13. So it is c to the power of 30. And there's no more you need to do with it. When you do multiply indices, these two variables need to be the same. They can't be different, but for the most part that is what you will have, okay? So adding the powers of your multiplying indices. Have a go at this one for yourself. Let's go with a different letter again. Z to the power of 12 multiplied by z to the power of 24. Pause the video, have a go at it, and then see if you got it right. So for this one, all we need to do is z to the power of 12 plus 24. So our answer is z to the power of 12 plus 24 is 36. And there's no more you need to do with it. Have a go at one more if you feel you need to. Let's stick with z's actually. Let's go with z to the power of 7 multiplied by z to the power of 105. Pause the video, have a go at it, and see if you got it right. So we should have z to the power of 7 plus 105, which is equal to z to the power of 112. And then you're finished. Let's look at some negative powers. So if I've got, let's go back to our c's. So c to the power of 5 multiplied by c to the power of minus 2. So in this case, I'm multiplying indices, so I'm still going to add the powers. So it's going to look like this. C to the power of 5 plus minus 2. What we should know is that a positive and a negative together will just give us a negative. So in this case, what I've actually got is 5 take away the 2. So it's c to the power of 3. Let's look at one more. Let's go with c's again. Let's say c to the power of minus 7 multiplied by c to the power of minus 4. So again, in this case, we've got two indices who are being multiplied together. So we need to add the powers. C to the power of minus 7 plus minus 4. Again, a positive and a negative here in the middle combine to just give us a negative. So what I've got now is minus 7 minus 4. Use your number line if you need to. It will give us an answer of minus 11. So it's the same process with negatives, still adding them together. Be careful when you've got different signs in here. Have a go at this one for yourself. Let's go with a to the power of 17 multiplied by a to the power of minus 12. Pause the video and see how you did. So we've got a to the power of 17. We need to add a negative 12. That positive and negative combine to give us a negative. So it's 17, take away 12. So our answer is a to the power of 5. Let's try one more, similar to this top one here actually. Let's stick with a variable of a, and we will go with minus 20 multiplied by c to the power of minus 11. Pause the video and see how you did now. So, apologies, one correction on this one before you pause it. We've got two different indices here, two different variables, so we can actually multiply them together. So let's change that c into an a, and now we can multiply them together. So pause the video again and see how you're doing it. Okay, so we've got a to the power of minus 20 multiplied by a to the power of minus 11. So it's going to be a to the power of minus 20. Because we're multiplying, we add the powers. And it's a minus 11 I need to add. These two inside here combine to make a negative. So our answer will be a to the power of minus 20 minus 11, which is minus 31. And that is how you multiply indices.